Hello, First United Methodist Church. We want to offer you some options to connect to your Sunday school classes and your small groups. Zoom.us is one of those options that we're going to present. The free version that I'm going to show you that you can access does have some limitations, but they're not that significant. The biggest one is you are limited to 40 minutes per video conference. So if you still need to continue, you would have to establish another conference. The other plus is that you can have up to 100 people, which I'm not sure if we have a small group that has more folks in it than that. So this seems like the best option for us. So when you go to zoom.us, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to select the button on the top right that says sign up, it's free. If you have a Google account or if you have a Facebook account, you can actually sign up using those. I have a Google account, so that is what I'm going to use. If you have neither of these, then you can go ahead and use your email address and go through the sign up process. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up with Google, or sign in with Google. And I have already authenticated my information, so I'm able to go right into scheduling a meeting. So I can go straight to schedule a meeting, a new meeting, and I can title it. So maybe I'm doing Sunday school, and then you might want to put the date after that. It's totally up to you how you'd like to title that. And for our purposes, I'm just going to make it happen right now so that we can get started. It's 9:44. I'm going to go ahead and make it for 9:30. And you can see right here that you have a 40-minute time limitation with the free version. You want to make sure you pick your time zone. So Central Time, US, Canada. If you want to set up a reoccurring meeting, that means that it will automatically create for that day and time, up to you. If you want to have a personal meeting ID, you can do that. Or you can just give folks the link and they can pop in. If you want to require a meeting password, you can do that too. So it's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and do personal meeting, but I'm not going to require a meeting ID. When you first come in, you have the options where video and audio are concerned. So if you want your host to have video on as soon as you come on, you can. I'm kind of one that I think it all should be off until everybody gets situated, and then you can turn both of them on as folks enter into the meeting. So for host and participant, I'm keeping video off, and then I'm also keeping it off for audio. And then I'm going to go ahead and mute participants upon entry, just so that there's less noise, and then we're able to give some directions prior to starting. And I encourage you, if you can, to have some type of an agenda that you send to those in your small group, so just so that they know what to anticipate, especially if this is a new experience for them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to go ahead right here, since it is the time, I'm going to go ahead and hit start this meeting to get in there. And you are going to select openzoom.us when this dialog box appears. We're joining the meeting. And you'll notice right now that there isn't any video because I turned it off. If I want to turn, I'm playing host right now, so if I want to turn it on, and I am on my computer, I can unmute, and I can go right here to start the video. And then there I am You can see me clearly right here. Now, there are a couple of ways to invite. One of the easiest ways, I think, is once you're inside to share the link. But you also have the ability to share the link prior at the setup. So it's up to you. So whenever I do want to share that link, I can go to invite right here. And then I can just copy the invitation, okay? Or I can copy the URL. So when I copy it and it says has been copied to your clipboard, anytime you copy something, the clipboard it's not anything you actually see, it's just what your computer remembers the last thing you copied. So whenever you go to paste it, whatever the last thing you copied will be what you paste. If you use any of these, like your default email should register up. I use Gmail, so I can go ahead and click this and send it out that way. But you can also just click the copy URL and then go to where your email is at. And I'm going to minimize. I'm going to go ahead and just X because I can always come back. And I can hit compose. And when I go right here to paste it, there's the link for people to join. And then I can hit, and I'm going to send this to myself and my school email. I'm going to send it to both, but you have the ability if you want to type in a subject to do that. And I'm going to hit send. And my recommendation to everyone is to use, if you're going to be a participant, is to use your cell phone as a participant. And if you are going to use your cell phone as a participant, then what you want to do is go to your app store and download Zoom to your phone and set up an account. And again, you can set up a free account. You don't have to pay for it. I think some folks may just feel more comfortable using their phone. So if that's what you want to do, you can. So when I go to my phone, and I'm going there right now, I'm going to go ahead and get to it. And I have downloaded the Zoom app to my phone. And I'm going to go ahead while I'm doing this and do a recording on my phone that I'm going to also show to you so that if you do have an iPhone, you can see how it works. So I am recording my iPhone and I'm going to go to my email where I sent it. I'm clicking it. And as I click it, it's waiting, and I made it real easy. I didn't put an ID on, or not an ID, I do have an ID. I did not put a password on it. So I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm going to turn off my volume on my phone. Testing. Testing. All right, so I'm going to get Lydia to help me. Lydia, come here. Lydia, will you go walk to the back room and look at the phone and just talk to me as I talk to you?
Got it.
All right, so as you can see here, I'm going to manage my participants. And right now, what I'm going to do is I want to be able to see Lydia. Lydia, will you come here, darling? We're going to turn your video on so that we can see you. All right. So right here, you can see when you click, the bottom is an on-off. So when I click, I can see my bottom. So I'm going to start my video. So now you can see Lydia. And I'm going to unmute her so that we can hear her too. And she's going to walk away because I'm going to get feedback if I'm too close to my computer and the phone. All right, Lydia? Lydia, look at the phone. Okay, can you see Mommy? Okay, so I want you to go to your room and let's shut the door. And Lydia, make sure that we have enough light so we can see your face. So go ahead and go inside of your room.
I'll turn on one more light.
All right, thank you, Lydia. Lydia, do you hear Mommy very well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Lydia, I want you to touch on the iPhone, the picture. Do you see the controls pop up at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. Lydia, do you see where it has the little camera on the far left?
Yes.
Go ahead and click it. See, Lydia just turned her video off. Now, Lydia, if you click that camera again, it will turn it back on. Go ahead and do that. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. Now, Lydia, go ahead and I want you to click the audio button because that will mute. And go ahead and hit it's the speaker next to the camera, and that's the audio. So go ahead and click it. Okay, so don't click it until I say, but Lydia, talk, but don't turn on the audio yet. Go ahead and what'd you eat for breakfast? Okay, so everybody can see that Lydia is muted for right now. Lydia will come on in a minute. The reason I want you to see the muting part is because when you do video conferencing, it's real important that not everybody's talking at the same time. So one of the ways that you can ensure that it's flowing well is to be muted unless it's your turn to speak. So, and we're recording my phone, so I'll be able to show you what Lydia's screen looks like. Lydia, go ahead and I want you to click and turn your audio back on, please.
There.
Okay. Now, another thing I'm going to show you is you have the ability, if you're running the chat down here, you can, if you want, mute everybody. Okay, right here. You can mute everybody or you can unmute. You have options right here too. So you can play an enter and exit chime. So if you want to know when people are coming in and coming out, you have that option to do that. I encourage you to mute participants upon entry. It just helps bring more order to it. There's less noise. Allowing participants to rename themselves, that's fine, right?
Okay. Okay.
All right. So next thing, you have a chat, and you also have a chat on your phone. Yep. Lydia, why don't you come over here? Go ahead and mute yourself, Lydia, and come over here so I can show real quickly how to do a chat. And you have the ability to chat with everybody or with individuals.
Mama, I muted, so yeah.
Okay, so let's see over here, Lydia. I'm going to show you how to do the chat. Okay, right here, I click here.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the chat. So show me how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, and then Mommy's going to type something and you're going to type something here, and after you type it, you're going to hit send. Okay, so I'm just going to type real quickly, hello, Lydia. All right, shut your door. Now, Lydia, if you can go ahead and click in there and type something back, just type in the word hi, H-I, and then hit send. Now, Lydia just sent it to me, okay? Lydia, why don't you do it to everybody in the meeting? Do you see where it has everybody? Do another hi for me. But this is an example how you can have private messaging with individuals on there. All right, Lydia, come here. Let's check your options out. And we are recording her screen, so you'll be able to see everything that way.
Try to stay far from the computer.
All right. So right here, I did this to everybody. Do you see right here where it says send to? We're going to make it to where it says everyone. Okay, now I want you to go back to your room and let's do the hi again. You ready? All right, go ahead and do the hi. Look, she sure did. How about that? So these are your options whenever you're wanting to do the chat portion of this. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Last thing, you may have participants who want to ask a question, and this is kind of a basic thing, and you'll get used to this. Lydia, if you'll come here, I'm going to show how people can raise their hand so that if they have a question that they want to be answered, you have the ability to do that.
I already know.
You know how to do a hand?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Raise hand.
Hold on, let's look at it.
Raise hand.
You got to click it. I don't know that you totally clicked it. Okay, you do have your hand up. Okay, so I'm looking, and you can see right here, Lydia is listed as me, and her hand is up.
Look,
right here.
I gave you a thumbs up.
And she did give, go ahead and give me another thumbs up, Lydia.
Okay.
And it's good to be encouraging. Give me a hand clap too.
Okay.
All right, I love Lydia so much. She's such a good helper. Okay, Lydia, keep the phone on your face. Let's go ahead and go back to your room. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, this is just some basic steps. And again, you have the ability to turn your video off, like I just turned my video off and it's going to show my profile picture, and I can turn it back on. Lydia, will you show how to turn your video on and off again, please? Click the button to where you see the control. There you go. Go ahead and turn it back on. Yes, please unmute. Lydia, was this too hard?
I give you a hand clap.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click End Meeting on the bottom. So if you're running it, you can click End Meeting. Lydia, come over here and let's look at your phone before I do that.
Okay. Wait, this is my phone.
Go ahead and mute yourself, please. All right, so there, we've muted ourselves. Okay. If she wants to leave before we end for whatever reason, she can hit leave on the top right. But I'm going to go ahead and hit end meeting so that you can see what it looks like on both sides. So I'm hitting end meeting, and then right here when you are running the meeting, I can end meeting for all, and I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then when I do that, it shows right here that the host has ended the meeting.
Okay.
All right, so this is kind of a basic, intro to how to do a Zoom meeting. If you need any help, please feel free to call me. My cell phone's 817-915-0041. I don't mind helping you get your meeting started. And a lot of this is just going to be us learning and a little trial by error. And I have so much confidence in you all. And I see this as another opportunity for us to connect. And please know that you're prayed for and that you're loved. Thank you.